Weeks of scintillating rugby league, a good crowd has turned up here at Brookvale Oval in anticipation of another great spectacle in this 10th round Winfield Premiership match between Manly and Balmain. Conditions are good on an overcast day, a southerly breeze and a temperature of in the low 20s. Both teams are unchanged and many players will be out to reinforce already made impressions with the Sydney selectors. In this Manly team, which defeated Cronulla last week, most attention will be focused on winger John Rebo, 5'8" Alan Thompson, back row forwards Bruce Walker, Les Boyd and Paul McCabe, and hooker Max Krilich. The Tigers will also be expecting some recognition for several of their cubs, notably fullback Gary Jack, 5'8" Gary Bridge, lock Wayne Pearce and second rower Terry Regan. And although not eligible for Sydney selection, let's not forget about the damaging capabilities of Kiwi centre Olsen Filipina. Brookvale Oval, however, has hardly satisfied the Tigers' appetite in recent years because they've won only one game here in the last 13 seasons. Last year's first round was at Leichhardt Oval when Manly won 19-12, and in the second round here at Brookvale, Manly again won by 7 points, 14-7. So everything's against a Balmain victory over the competition leaders, but if ever a side has been primed by coach Frank Stanton to cause an upset against his old club, it's today. Our referee, Jack Danzy. Ball put into play by Steve Martin, with Manly winning the toss and running with the breeze in the first half. And this is Bruce Walker bringing it up for Manly, tackled by Regan and Ryan, the second row pair. Back to Krilich. Broadhurst. Behind the ruck for a kick by Rebo. This is Gary Jack. Well taken. Caught by Boyd. Les Boyd ruled inside the 5 metres. He was in front of the kicker. First penalty to Balmain, and Steve Martin kicking into the breeze.
Well, that was quite correct. Although Gary Jack fielded the ball cleanly and started to run, he'd only gone about 3 paces before Les Boyd went and tackled him.
That kick will give you some indication of the strength of this breeze, blowing straight down the ground from right to left. Martin was able to gain only about 5 metres. This is Kerry Hemsley.
And as expected, we've seen some pretty solid tackling in the forward line-up. Pretty solid exchanges, my word. And Manly didn't lose any time in kicking that ball deep. Use of the wind, and of course Balmain in possession now, looking to make the break. And Filipina is one fellow that can just do that.
Trevor Ryan from the second row, 5 metres from halfway. Back to Miranda. Martin. Bridge. Filipina. Strong running centre, but well taken in that tackle by Simon Booth, who's been able to check him both times that he's had the ball. 1 tackle to go. This is Whittaker. Caught by his opposing hooker and skipper, Max Krilich. That'll force the first scrum of the match, and it's a couple of metres inside Balmain's half. Penalty to Balmain, with the Manly pack walking off the mark. There was no instruction from referee Danzy for the 2 packs to come together. And again, Martin being able to gain about 1.5 metres. Gary Webster. Still got it to Whittaker. Martin, Hemsley. Les Boyd with a crashing tackle, but still able to unload. Stevie Martin. He's playing against his old club for the first time. It's Gary Bridge. Terry Regan, bandages everywhere. Trevor Ryan. Hemsley. That looked very close to being forward, and so did that.
Yes, I don't think referee Danzy was in a position there. I think the players were between him, but it was definitely forward.
Out to Bridge. Filipina. Miranda. Oh, Wiggum. No, it's Pearce making the break. And that's down to the Manly quarter line. 1 tackle to go. This is Regan. End of 6.
Good play by Balmain. They're letting the ball go and moving it around, moving the Manly defence around on their solid tactics. No doubt Frankie Stanton has told Balmain, let it go, look for the gaps.
Manly win the first clean scrum of the match. That's Rick Chisholm. Bruce Walker standing out of the scrum. Thompson. Paul McCabe across field. Centre Michael Blake.
Terry Regan giving the signal to watch his arm.
Broadhurst. Now looking for Rebo to come in behind the ruck shortly. Manly will want someone to kick it downfield to make use of this breeze. Les Boyd's made a good break, almost to halfway. One tackle to go. And nobody in a kickable position. They're sending it to the blind side. Out to Rebo.
They did very well to stay inside there, but it's a 6th tackle. The scrum to be formed.
It's a Manly ball from the scrum, a dreadful scrum too, but Manly have got it, and they're about 30 metres out. Thompson, Rebo from the blind wing. If he gets going, you'll see some action. Tackle in the spot where the scrum was formed initially. Chisholm, Broadhurst. Krilic, Thompson. That's Ian Thompson. Trailed through by Les Boyd. There he is. Good backing up by Walker, and the ball loose for Balmain to get it. In fact, Manly have got it again. 6 to go. Chisholm. Chisholm through. Chisholm could score. Chisholm's going in, and a lovely tackle from Gary Jack. Manly only a metre out. Eden. Pass Broadhurst to Boyd. Well handled. Intercepted by Bridge. Balmain have got it. And the knock-on ruled. And that's a good rake by Whittaker. Danger here. Martin got there in time. Well, I think both halfbacks would prefer to forget that scrum. Balmain, having forced it in their own in goal, will restart with the dropout. Martin's drop kick, it's a long, low one, stands up for Thompson. Paul McCabe. Walker not expecting that pass that came to him. Manly letting go these opportunities. Penalty from the scrum to Balmain. These two hookers today are really battling for a spot too, I suppose, Reg, with Max Krilic, one of the players to be favoured if George Proponus is going to be out of the game for a while.
Well, it looks at this stage that Dr. George is going to be out of the game for a while, and Max Krilic, he's got all the credentials as far as a ball organiser is concerned, dummy half, and he's usually gives his side a 50% share of that ball, and yes, he's got to be considered.
Lock forward Wayne Pearce making a good break, picking up Winger Miranda. Inside is the 5'8 now. Gary Bridge has got Eden to beat, and Eden's getting chased. He might not get him. Yes, he will, by the shorts. Stevie Martin was chiming in there with the 5'8. Balmain on the attack. Long one to Regan. Let it go, he says. Here's a huge overlap if Filipina lets it out. Right out to the wing, and Steve Martin is in for the first points of the match. How sweet that is against your old club. Steve Martin opening the scoring, and it was only a question as to whether that passing would get the ball out to the wing in time enough to beat the cover.
It's fine work there, and it was a long pass that Terry Regan did receive there, and it opened it up, and it was just a matter of who was going to score. There's players galore, but finally it's Martin who's trying to get closer to the post to give the goal kicker a better shot at the goal, and a good try.
And from head on, you'll see the pass that goes out to the backs here. It's another long one to Terry Regan, a huge pass. Regan, I think, thought for a moment about going on. He got it to Wiggum. Wiggum's pass picked up Filipina. Outside Filipina was the lock forward Wayne Pearce. And then Pearce, as he was tackled by Walker, got it away to Martin, who had no trouble in crossing the line. And then, as Reg said, he just brought the play back closer to the line to score as close to the post as possible. Mike Eden restarts with the conversion attempt by Miranda unsuccessful. Manly trail Balmain by 3 points to 0. And this is Olsen Filipina.
I think Balmain can be very happy with that early try, and they achieved it by letting the ball go, and of course they scored it out on the left flank, and no doubt their tactics will be to keep it going wide, get it away from the Manly forwards. Manly very strong down the centre, but as we did see with that try scored by Martin, there are gaps out wide.
Well, we saw the two second rowers come together a second or two ago. Steve Martin's kick is a long one. Eden dropping back. Well taken. Got a big future, this kid. Davis. Good tackle from Trevor Ryan. Right on the halfway line. Back to Quillage. Broadhurst. Looking to unload. Very strong display. Former Kiwi, or current Kiwi international, Thompson. That's back to Ian Thompson. Manly get it back. Paul McCabe. This is Quillage. Boyd. Quillage. Now penalty against the Balmain defence. They were well up inside the 5. That should be a goal attempt for Manly right in front. Mike Eden from straight in front, 22 metres out. Steers it straight through. Manly's first points of the match. Balmain's lead reduced to 3 points to 2. And that's after about 17 minutes of the first half. Restart by Steve Martin goes to Broadhurst. Quillage. Ian Thompson. Quillage. Boyd. Quick passing to Chisholm, who's through. Boyd. Thompson. That's McCabe. Eden from fullback. Quillage. Broadhurst. Alan Thompson to Chisholm. And Boyd through. Looks for support. Picks it up in Blake. And Booth letting it go. Balmain's ball, Wayne Wiggum. He got it back behind him. Disputed possession, and the referee, I think, is allowing that to go to Balmain, and Steve Martin's going to play. .58 Gary Bridge. Gary Webster. Good one-handed pass to Whittaker. Filipina has Wiggum coming with him. There he is. Lovely tackle too from Simon Booth. On the far side is Davidson. Ryan. On halfway to Whittaker. Martin. Dummying the kick. They stood off just momentarily. Well, there's one tackle to go. Filipina. Good pass to Pearce. Filipina. Jack. Here's a chance. That was a pretty good tackle too to end that movement. Restart by Steve Martin goes to Broadhurst. Quillage. Ian Thompson. Quillage. Boyd. Quick passing to Chisholm, who's through. Boyd. Thompson. That's McCabe. Eden from fullback. Quillage. Broadhurst. Alan Thompson to Chisholm. And Boyd through. Looks for support. Picks it up in Blake. And Booth letting it go. Balmain's ball, Wayne Wiggum. He got it back behind him. disputed possession, and the referee, I think, is allowing that to go to Balmain, and Steve Martin's going to play it. .58 Gary Bridge. Gary Webster. Good one-handed pass to Whittaker. Filipina has Wigan coming with him. There he is. Lovely tackle too from Simon Booth. On the far side is Davidson. Ryan. On halfway to Whittaker. Martin. Dummying the kick. They stood off just momentarily. Well, there's one tackle to go. Filipina. Good pass to Pearce. Filipina. Jack. Here's a chance. That was a pretty good tackle too to end that movement.
The difference between the two sides of Balmain are careful to watch that ball. If the handling is very good. Manly, on the other hand, making far too many errors. As a result, when they've been attacking, they've been unable to keep the pressure on Balmain by surrendering possession.
Well, we haven't had all that many scrums, but we've certainly had a few penalties in the first 20 minutes of this game. Gary Cook.
5-2 in favour of Balmain, and 4 of those 5 are from scrums.
And what's the scrum situation, Gary?
Scrums are 3-2 in Manly's favour.
Steve Martin attempting to take Balmain a bit closer, just inside the quarter. Hemsley. Martin. Filipina got it back to Martin. Whittaker. Pearce. Second rower Ryan. Terry Regan, the dummy half. So Balmain now right in front of Manly's posts, 15 metres out. Broadhurst, good defence, but gave it to Gary Jack. The Willowborough West fullback, he's through, he must score. No, he's not. He's over. Yes, that's a try. There was no try, a penalty for a double movement. We'll see it again. It looked as though he was rolled over in the tackle. Here's Gary Cook.
Well, this was a tremendous run by Gary Jack, the fullback. You'll see him getting the ball here, and starts this diagonal run, beating player after player. Now, he's brought down just short of the line here, still moving all the time, but the ball had reached the ground. You would have seen then. I agree with referee Jack Danzy.
So Gary Jack tackled short of the line, the ball hit the ground, and he rolled over and placed it. A double movement rule. Rebo restarts play. Les Boyd. Blindside is Rebo. Krilic. Chisholm. Ian Thompson. That was good defence from Regan.
They work well together, those two, Regan and Ryan.
And they tackle together well. Max Krilic using the boot. John Davidson bringing it back to halfway. Around Davis. Not around Blake. Kerry Hemsley caught by Walker. Got it to Bridge. Pearce. Loads of promise, this young fellow. Gary Bridge and Pearce. Whittaker. Filipina. Waiting for Wigan. Floats it to the wing. And a beautiful pass to Wigan, crashing his way towards the corner. Into touch. Scrum penalty to Balmain. Just where they want it. It's about 17 minutes before half-time and only 10 metres out from the goal line for this scrum penalty. Rick Chisholm being spoken to by Danzy about his method of feeding the scrum. Whittaker, Martin, Bridge, Filipina. That was a good tackle. Simon Booth's done a good job so far on him. Gary Jack. Martin, Regan. That's good defence from Walker. Martin, Ryan, Filipina, Wiggum again. Wiggum through. Dangerous tactics by Blake, just holding off him.
Yes, he should move up on him.
Balmain's chance, a little kick by Martin. They've got it back too. This must be a chance. Whittaker, flick pass to Filipina, right next to the post.
Yes, it's all Balmain at the moment. A little chip now. It appears that Walker's got it well and truly covered, but he takes his eye off the ball. Balmain regained. Whittaker flick passing inside to Filipina, and it's an open line. It's the big smile. And he goes.
And from head on, you'll see the little kick by Martin. Now, Walker has it covered. Martin upsets him by the way he rakes the ball back. It goes there to 5'8" Gary Bridge. And it was Bridge with that good take over to get the ball on there to Whittaker. And Whittaker found Filipina waiting for it. And you could see the grin forming on the Kiwi's face as he takes this good flick pass. And look at this toothy grin as he goes across and scores next to the posts. Wayne Miranda converts the second try, and it gives Balmain a very good lead of 8 points to 2, and that's against the breeze. Well, I wonder what Frank Stanton was thinking when he saw his team lose the toss. Balmain scoring their points against the breeze, and they must be strongly fancied now in this game because they're going to have the use of the wind in the second half.
It's a nice handy lead, and they'll use it all right.
Terry Regan. Les Boyd, a pretty unorthodox tackle, but effective nonetheless. Gary Webster. That was good defence from his opposite number, Ian Thompson. Pierce let it down. Manly have got it. Chisholm, long one to Walker. Knock on. Frank Stanton continually writing notes. Well, Manly have only got another 10 minutes use of this breeze. To no avail with the scrum wind going to Balmain.
There's the man they've got to watch, Stevie Martin. He's had a blinder in this first
Pierce.
half.
Good backing up from Wiggum. Miranda not able to handle it. Knock on.
I just wonder with Manly's history if they're waiting for the second half. They only won by a few points in a few of their matches, and against Illawarra, of course, they did come well and truly from behind in the second half to win the game. But to me, it appears that they're waiting for that second half. They may have given Balmain too much of a break. Balmain leading 8 points to 2.
John Rebe retrieving the ball for Quillage. McCabe. Quillage. Broadhurst. Ian Thompson putting it down and close to the line. Getting a succession of penalties close to the Balmain line, enabling them to remain on the attack. Simon Bird running around Bridge, and a lovely pass to Blake, who can't get away from Filipina. Oh, Quillage got across there quickly from the scrum. Rebo showing the strength as he gives it to Alan Thompson to Les Boyd. Blindside. Out it's gone to Broadhurst. Blake. Now to Alan Thompson. He's got no one with him except McCabe. Eden. Rebo. Gary Jack doing the right thing. The only way to put Rebo down is right around the bootlaces. Chisholm. That's a towering bomb to Gary Jack. Superb take. Close, and it's a try, is it?
Yes, he's awarded a try. This great defence has made Chisholm put that ball in the air, and a beautiful kick. Jack going well and truly up in the air, but Walker, on his way down, gets hold of the ball and grounds it for a Manly try.
And here's the kick, and you'll notice how high the kick goes as Gary Jack judges it well. He has to wait for the time to go up. Up he goes. Seems to have it covered, but Walker's there to actually get to the ball first and crash down with it right under the posts. Manly hitting back, and with Eden converting the try, only a gap of 1 point now, 8 points to 7 in favour of Balmain.
Yes, and that was Manly. They kept the possession there in the first half. Early in this first half, they made far too many errors and unable to maintain the pressure. They almost looked like scoring on a couple of occasions, but their handling let them down. But that try will certainly give them the confidence. Time running out in this first half, but if they can get further points on the board, then well and good. At the moment, Balmain have that 1 point lead.
Broadhurst, and good break to Blake. Michael Blake is over halfway, looks for support inside. He's got Simon Booth going with him. On the quarter line, John Rebow, and he's tackled by Martin on the ground. Rick Chisholm showing a good turn. Chisholm inside, Rebow. Rebow's there. And within the space of a minute and a half, Manly come from an 8-2 deficit to hit the front, with John Rebow scoring for the second try.
Superb football. Important scrum win to the Manly, but just watch Rick Chisholm. A beautiful break here, getting inside. Beautiful step there, and watch his return. Rebow following, obviously a planned move. Well and truly on the burst. Caught short, but dives over for the try.
And Rick Chisholm here, you'll see the good pass infield. He just gets Rebow in the correct position, and Rebow's strength is able to take him through that tackle of Trevor Ryan to reach out and score. Michael Eden, 3 out of 3, to score 12 points to 8 in favour of the Sea Eagles. 3.5 minutes before half-time. Martin with the ball placed for a shallow kick-off. Very nearly causing an error in the Manly forwards, but Les Boyd to play it about 12 metres inside his own half. Bruce Walker. Grillage, Chisholm, McCabe. Alan Thompson, Chisholm. Grillage and Broadhurst. Long one to Blake in the centres.
Very entertaining game of rugby league, and it looked like Balmain from the offset. They raced in those 2 good tries and led Manly 8 points to 2, and it was exciting football, good movements, and they thoroughly deserved their lead. But then in the space of 2 minutes, Manly have hit back with excellent tries by Walker and John Rebow to hit the lead now 12 points to 8. Only a couple of minutes remaining to half-time. Balmain will have the wind in the second half, which will be a definite advantage, but they've got to get the ball to be able to capitalise on that opportunity. But Manly, to me, they're very slow to start, and as in previous weeks, slow to start, but finished with plenty of momentum, and I get the impression that Manly will get stronger as the game gets longer.
Martin, Bridge, Ryan, Pearce led it behind. Martin's got it. Ball was knocked down by Manly, so Balmain get another 5 tackles. Well, now 4 from here. Back to Whittaker, Hemsley. Les Boyd, the tackler. In fact, helped by the other second rower, McCabe, who's stolen the ball and is penalised. Miranda's 3rd shot at goal. He so far has 1 from 2. This one is pretty straight, and it's through. And so at half-time, Manly have a lead over Balmain of 12 points to 10.
Balmain have use of the wind in the second half, and I'm sure they're going to use it. And they'd be wise to use their back line too, because they've made some outstanding breaks in that first half, with Wigham and Philippina a danger to the Manly centre three-quarters. Manly, on the other hand, showed just what they can do. If they hold on to the ball in 2 minutes, they scored 2 tries. If they can dictate the terms in the second half, then I think they can get away with it. But Balmain, they'll need to be watched. If they can get possession in the second half, they're going to be very hard to contain.
Balmain, although looking into the sun, have the breeze for the second half as Eden puts the ball high into the air and taken by Regan, who's going to use the breeze with a long kick. And that's not a bad kick by a second rower. It's a good kick, in fact. No knock-on ruled, with Chisholm allowing the ball to strike him on the shins. This is Rebo.
It goes to show the advantage of Balmain using that breeze. They've gone from their own quarter line to Manly's quarter line.
Bruce Walker making a good break.
And they're the tactics. That saves a lot of dumping into rucks and hard tackling.
Jeff Gerard, better known as Jethro. Simon Booth. McCabe. 6 tackles gone already, and the first scrum of the second half, 10 metres inside Manly's territory. Scrum win by Manly. Thompson, Eden from fullback, creating the extra man, and Booth and Blake. Blake's got Rebo outside. Philippina to beat. Philippina chasing, won't get him. Blake downfield, looks for support. Good run. Makes Krillage winning at that time. A good little dummy from Alan Thompson, but the defence didn't take it. Wayne Pearce took him. Boyd. And good support. Walker's put it down. Came up with it again as Philippina crashed into the ground. Well, the Manly fans thought Walker was entitled to keep that because the ball had in fact touched Philippina, but in effect both sides had knocked it on. Gary Bridge, the Balmain 5'8", 8 metres out. Pearce. Wayne Wigham well put down by Les Boyd and Max Krillage.
They're looking for support there, but nobody was there. But Balmain prepared to run the ball out for these 6 tackles. Manly defence holding. This is the last. I expect we'll see someone pick the ball.
Martin it'll be, or was going to be. Picked by Boyd, in the end goal, a try. Referee Danzy says a fair try. Les Boyd apparently getting there before the dead ball line. Steve Martin dropped it. Les Boyd on the spot to kick it through. And apparently he's got there before it's gone out over the dead ball line.
Good thinking by Boyd, because he was moving up and it was obvious that Martin was watching Boyd move up into fence, and Boyd wins the chase for the ball, touches the ball and gets the try.
And Mike Eden glances it inside the right-hand upright to give him his 4th goal from his many attempts. And that's a mistake. Penalty to Manly. Well, Steve Martin blaming his forwards for getting up to the ball too quickly. I blame the kick myself. It didn't ever look as though it was going to go the 10 metres. It seemed to be directed straight at the Balmain players chasing it through. So Max Krillage.
Yes, I think Stevie Martin still had his mind on that previous error that allowed Boyd to score. He's got to get his concentration back into the game.
Chisholm. For McCabe. Boyd. "15 metres inside Balmain's half. Krillage, Thompson, Jeff Gerard, Alan Thompson, Broadhurst, Chisholm,
Good turn of pace. Rick Chisholm looks for support. Where's Walker? Well, one thing you've got to say about Steve Martin, when he puts the ball into the second row, there are no bones about it. It's quite blatant. There's no fine line at all in his judgment between putting the ball in straight and putting it in the second row. About 10 metres out. Coach. Blindside to Boyd. Blindside McCabe. He's over and can't get it down. Kilic. Chisholm. Thompson. Waiting for Blake. There he is. Gerard. Gary Jack has gone back anticipating a shallow kick. It's a field goal from Rick Chisholm right in front, and he puts it through. Field goal to Rick Chisholm, 18 points to 10. And Chisholm from right in front, plenty of time, put it straight through. Chisholm. Thompson had to reach for it, but he gave the pass inside, and there is Rick Chisholm standing so far offside you wouldn't want to know about it. Bill Hilliard, who's the reserve grade skipper, plays in the front row, and he's going to replace Kerry Hemsley. Wayne Miranda is straight in front for the shot at goal, and there are 2 extra points for Balmain, 18 points to 12, 25.5 minutes before full time. Steve. Well, the kick put downfield by Gary Jack. And this is halfback Chisholm. Rebo. Nice tackle from Webster, who doesn't miss many tackles. When he moves in to tackle you, you go to the ground most cases. Walker. Chisholm, Broadhurst, Thompson, Chisholm, McCabe.
Good tackle there from Ryan, and Manly have plenty of ball movement, but no one's running forward. That's the idea. Gerard going straight up the centre of the ruck, and they've got to see more of it. It turns the Balmain defence around.
Thompson, Blake. Nice tackle from Pearce. Kilic, Boyd. He saw the break. Caught, support, Blake, support and Walker. This is a try coming up. Looks inside, gives it to Simon Booth, who's going to touchdown under the post.
Tremendous understanding in this try, and Boyd, he does see the break, accelerates, gets through, looks for the support in Blake. Blake back inside to Walker, and Walker in the reverse switch inside. A beautiful in-time pass under Simon Booth for a wonderful team try.
And what a great position for Manly to find themselves with Bruce Walker having support either side and only one man to draw. Now here's the pass going there to Bruce Walker. Now you watch as he draws the fullback. He's got a man on either side. Sends it infield. Simon Booth races away to score under the posts. And while we saw that replay, the try was converted from right in front by Mike Eden, and it gives Manly a lead now 23 points to 12. And this is Eden, who's kicked 5 goals from 5 attempts. Kilic marshalling his forwards. Les Boyd tries for the bust on the edge of the ruck once more. Kilic, Gerard. Rebo. He feels he hasn't had enough to do out on the wing, so he's coming in looking for work. Little kick over by Thompson. In the way is Martin. Well taken. Hilliard. Martin. Regan. Bridge. Wiggum. Jack Whittaker, who is skippering the Balmain side. Boyd. Had a top game, Les Boyd, today. Walker, who also hasn't disappointed. Balmain defence offside, and a replacement to come on. It looks like Martin Bull is going to be the replacement in the side. Now Alan Thompson is coming on. Former Newcastle player Phil Carrier is on in the back line. Alan Thompson off. And Bruce Walker also leaving the field. And Paul Borton to come on. This is Davidson. Hilliard. Martin. It's a fair thing to kick downfield, but you need a few teammates to support the kick, especially if it doesn't find touch. Chisholm. Boyd, a dummy half. Borton, former Queenslander. Third season with Manly and has enjoyed every minute of it. Boyd. Krilic. Gerard, edge of the ruck, turning it to Broadhurst. Makes Krilic taken by the defence that was within the 5 metres and not standing directly in front of him. And this is a definite period of frustration now for the Balmain side. 35 metres out, straight in front. Eden's kick is also straight. Lovely kick. And that takes Manly away from any point of danger now. They've gone to a clear lead of 13 points. 25 points to 12 the score.
Les Boyd, a fantastic game he's had here today. I don't think he's got any worries about the City First side. Tremendous performance. He scored a try. His involvement in the game, defence and attack. He's made tries, and but he's certainly the man of the match here today. A tremendous effort. He's got some mates there too in Chisholm, particularly in the second half. With Mike Eden, what a wonderful performance. 6 out of 6.
Eden. Borton. Krilic. Eden. Trying to set up Booth. He's made a good break. He's got Booth outside. There goes the pass. Booth racing for the corner. Looks for Rebo. Rebo's able to score. That really was a good try. And it was done by the fullback Mike Eden chiming in. Simon Booth realised he didn't quite have the pace, but what a lovely position to be in when you've got one John Rebo outside waiting to accept the final pass.
It certainly wraps it up, and this shows the strength of these players. And what a great break there by the fullback. Draws his opposite fullback and gives it out to Simon Booth. On to John Rebo, and there's not too many fellows can stop this chap so close to the line. Very big, strong, striding winger for an excellent try.
And from head on, here's the break made by Eden as he stepped around Trevor Ryan and then set sail upfield. He drew fullback Gary Jack. Simon Booth was there. Now, the defence came at Simon Booth with winger Wayne Miranda coming to get him, but Rebo outside, too strong for Miranda, and then was able to get away from Wayne Wigham as well to score. Try not converted by Eden. He's now kicked 6 out of 7. The score 28 points to 12, and Phil Carey runs into trouble in Wayne Pearce. Carey, the youngster, played for New South Wales Country last year, formerly from Newcastle. And Ken Arthurson tips him one day to play for Australia. Gerard and Krilic. Walker, no, it's Chisholm now who's got it. Chisholm making a good break. He looks for support. Picks up Boyd. Les Boyd again. A good pass there to Booth. Boyd. Midway between Balmain's half and quarter line. Blake. Scrum collapsing, but it comes out Manly side.
Manly have enjoyed possession in the second half, and as a result they've been able to dictate the play. They've proved far too strong. Balmain very keen, very enthusiastic early in the game. In fact, they did leave 8 points to 2 in the first half, but then in a matter of a couple of minutes Manly struck back, and the half-time score was 12 points to 10. Still nothing in it at half-time, but Manly have just taken charge of the game with the possession, and Balmain have tied in defence. And well, I do believe that Manly have improved their game as the game went on. Certainly the best side. They've been too big, too fast, too strong, particularly in their forward lineup. Good support, good backing up, and they've had some outstanding players. I think Les Boyd can take a bow. Rick Chisholm also had an outstanding game.
And Chisholm attempting the dummy of a field goal attempt.
He threw it away. He fooled both of us, Alan. But he's had an outstanding game apart from that little blemish there. Mike Eden with his goal kicking and chiming into the attack, a fine effort. And Manly, very strong overall. Alan Thompson, whilst he was on there, a great general, unloading the ball both sides of the line. Bruce Walker, a good effort indeed. But full marks to Manly. Balmain, Terry Regan, all his full 80-minute game, but he's going to need a little bit more support. He tackles all day. Wayne Pearce, again, very good defensive game. Stevie Martin tried hard, one blemish when he let Boyd in for a try, but he tried extremely hard for Balmain. And Gary Jack at fullback still impresses. He's a fine player, chimes into the attack. On that occasion, of course, he's well and truly caught, but previously in the game, he has made some fine breaks. But Manly too strong.
Balmain running it back up towards halfway with 3 minutes to go. 28 to 12 the score. Martin, Bridge, Wigham, Jack. Gary Bridge, little kick through, gets a good bounce. Picks up support and a lovely flick pass. Looking out there with support inside to Filipina. Caught by Eden, gives it to Terry Regan. And he's not held, he's over. That's a good try to Terry Regan. That's a lovely try. Well, the Manly supporters don't like it. They thought it was a double movement. I've got no doubt. Let's see the replay. Regan, although on the ground, was not held. Gary Cook.
Oh, nice little chip through here by Gary Bridge, and he regains it. Some good support here. Lovely flick pass back inside, and back inside here to Filipina. Now, he, as he's going to the ground, gets it to Regan. You can see him tackled now, but the tackler is right away from him. All he has to do is just lean over. He certainly wasn't held.
Gary Bridge, little kick, had to stoop to get his own pick-up, which he did. And the movement I like was the flick pass as it's gone across field, with Miranda throwing it back to Wigham, and then Wigham getting it on to Filipina. and Philippina drawing Eden. Terry Regan, you'll notice now, although he hits the ground, he's not held, and he's quite entitled to reach over. And back live, we've seen the try converted by Wayne Miranda, and it makes it 28-17 with just over a minute to go. Terry Regan limping off. Gary Jack. Neil Pringle is on the field for the last 60 seconds of the game. Wayne Pearce, beautifully handled by Miranda. Right across to Gary Bridge, ball loose. Davis playing it. Paul Borton. Only a matter of seconds remaining in the game now, almost up to full time. Krilic, Gerard, and the full-time siren about to sound now. Davis. Krilic making a good break, picks up support in McCabe, and away to Eden. And there is full-time. Manly too strong for Balmain. Manly led 12-10 at half-time and have run out winners by 28 points to 17.
So Brookvale Oval again proving a handicap for Balmain, who have won now here only once in the last 14 years. Manly's 5 tries were scored by John Rebo, who got 2, 1 each to Walker, Boyd and Booth. Mike Eden kicked 6 goals from 7 attempts, and Rick Chisholm the field goal. For Balmain, the try scorers were Martin, Philippina and Regan. Wayne Miranda kicked 4 out of 5. Manly won the scrums by 12-8. They were also favoured in the penalty count by 13-12. Well, the half-time score was 12-10. 5 minutes into the second half came the turning point of the match when Manly were able to score this very good try. The little kick was missed there by Martin, and Les Boyd able to tow it through and beat fullback Gary Jack on it to dive over and score. The turning point then, with the try by Boyd being converted and taking Manly away to a lead of 17 points to 10, and from then on they were never headed. Well, in all, there were 8 tries scored in the match. Which was your best, Reg?
Balmain's first try, Alan, I thought was a beauty. There were 7 players actually handled the ball. Right from the word go, dummy half there, Wayne Wigham to Trevor Ryan with that long pass to Regan, on to Wayne Wigham, to Philippina. Look at this beautiful passing. To Pearce, and eventually on to Stevie Martin, who scored an outstanding team try.
Well, certainly a fine Balmain team try, but for my man of the match, I've gone for Manly and Australian second rower Les Boyd. His defence was solid throughout. I was most impressed with his ability to set up his supports during this display and showed a lot of intelligence by towing through a ball and scoring a fine try early in the second half.
So there it is, Manly proving much too strong, running away with the game in the second half, in which they scored 16 points to 7 to run out winners over Balmain to the tune of 28 points to 17.